Survival Evolved Genesis 2 top 10 base locations here on the brand new map. It is wonderful. To be honest, this list could be 100 long. There's so many great spots to build, but I'm going to try to narrow it down to 10. Not as real any particular order. There is a couple I will say for the end that are probably my favorites. But this is a great map for building, guys. A lot of flat areas. And if you do guys like this guide, go ahead and consider subscribing, as I do multiple guides and I do a Let's Play series that hopefully you join in on. But anyway, let's get started. I want this to be not a half an hour video. But anyway, here at number 10, guys, you can see where we are on the map. It is pretty centrally located, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. And also, you have water that you can pipe up from down there. With these new hover suits, that isn't much of a problem, but you have this great area over here, all on this high part right here, to overlook and have this great scenery of everything around. Not to mention, just being like centrally located like that's going to really help you a lot for getting about here onto this map, folks. At number 9, folks, we have this amazing view here, and you're very centrally located, as you see on the map. This is as center as it gets, and we did want to include it on the list. There is a major drawback to this spot, is there is no access currently to water for it, so it would be a little tougher to build. But as you can see, you can actually build here, and I haven't changed any settings, so right now unofficial, you can actually build here. And one of the reasons it makes this spot really good is you have access to all the new wyverns out here in this biome, and the space dolphins, and really resource heavy. As you can see, there is actually a fair amount of metal on them islands and good resources to help you out, guys. At number 8, guys, we have this spot right here on the map. We are on the very edge of the tech trenches. Once again, pretty in the middle of the map. That is going to be very important helping you guys out on this. But something very interesting about this spot is it does have a great view. And also with where you're at here, you really only have to wall off one side, and as you can see by all the dinos falling there. This also happens to be a great spot for a meat run. Normally this whole side is loaded for all the breeders out there. The meat runs are going to be real easy for you out here. Also, tons of resources back on that hill right there, and just a beautiful location. But like I said, a lot of things going for this spot because it does have because of where it is. The one downside is you do have to bring water up a little bit, but honestly, that's not the end of the world for all the things that this has to offer. You can literally just go ahead and block off that edge of the bridge and that edge of the bridge, and you can just have this cool view. And as you can see, you can actually build here, which is pretty cool. So it's nice to have all these flat areas to build in. So at number 7, guys, you can see where we are on the map. We're at that big lake in the top right on the left half of the map here, and this is a great spot here in Rockwell's Garden biome here. And it's a wonderful site, but it's one of them spots where you don't have to take water pipes very far, and you can have this super flat area to build in. This is one of the safest spots in the garden biome. Just so you know, that's what stands out pretty good on my list. You could also, as you can see, we'll come over here and we'll drop down. But as you can see, you can build here and on the bottom too. You can build down there as well. I think this is going to be one of the best spots in the garden to build, and one of the safest spots in the garden. As you can see, folks, we are at 4070 for location number 6, and you can see you can build on here, and you're going to go up and you are in the lake. And the reason this is making the list is not just because it's a flat spot like a lot of others, but because it is impossible really for any other dinos to get to you. One downside is you really can't walk any dinosaurs, but you also have good, area next to your base for your water dinos, and a really cool view here, and you're close by resources and red drops over there as well. At spot number 5, we are in the Eden again still. We're not far off of the other base location, which is right there, but we have this wonderful little area next to all these red drops, but also there's a mission spot right there. You have water right there, and you have this really cool big flat area to build on as well. This is also near a lot of resources and pretty easy to build on, and you have a bunch of options. Actually, you could build on that one if you wanted over there as well. At spot number 4, you can see where we are on the map. This one has a very interesting one because when it's full night, it's starting to become daytime now, but that thing is super bright and you can see it from long ways away, so you know where your base is. And also it is right close to water, so you don't have to pipe water real far, and has a really cool view. You just have to clear out some of these, this growth over here. And as with always on the Rockwell's Garden, resources are pretty good around here, and meat runs are pretty good as well. In spot 3, this is our last Rockwell's Garden spot. This is a really cool multi-level little area up high, and really close to a lot of resources. In fact, you can see a ton of metal over there that will really help you out, and water below, which also this area is very good for meat runs as well. But the challenge of building multi-levels to it, I think, really is cool, is you have all them little platforms to work with. Actually, if a person wanted to, and you don't want to use the multi-levels, you could actually just go ahead and build over here as well. You can actually build in both locations. And this one is a lot bigger than it looks over here, so it gives you a ton of space for dino storage as well. At spot number 2, guys, we have this location right here, and I'm actually, because they're so close, I'm just counting them as one location, but you can actually build over here in this area. Let's drop down so you can see right here, but it's a very flat, really cool, easy to protect spot. And over here as well, you can build right next to this waterfall, but they're so close I'm counting them as one. If you want to see where they are on the map, it is right here, and because it's in the Eden zone, it is very safe actually in this area, and with plenty for meat runs and stuff like that, with all the Brontos around this area here. Also, it has a pretty incredible view actually too here. And before we get to number 1, just remember, guys, to comment down below which is your favorite spot on the list. I'm really interested in hearing your guys' take from this. And here we go for spot number 1. And at number 1, folks, we are right here on the map. There's this really cool cylindrical tower with a cylindrical base, and you got water right below you, so it's not too hard for that. And also, the area is super flat, super cool looking, easy to build on. Also, with these bridges right here, it's easy to block off. And as you can see, you can actually build up here, which I was very surprised about. And if you are lucky enough to actually be able to build or have this spot open on your server, you are going to have one of the most incredible views you could ever see. Even with the fog, this is a super Incredible view, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this list. If you did like this video, consider subscribing and checking out other ARK videos that I have and other content I do have like it. We'll see